So we're going to move now to 𝐓𝐿. I organized these by area, by battalion. So this is 𝐓𝐿 in Gaza City that we're going to watch here. This is number 10. And you're going to see this fighter with his Yasin 105. And you can see written on his Yasin 105, it says, "For the soul of the martyr hero Sheikh Yasin, the founder of Hamas, who the weapon is named after." So that was a nice little touch, just written on his warhead. And you could see that this is 𝐓𝐿. If we'll remember, in February in 𝐓𝐿, the Israelis invaded, and that's where Soraya al-Quds repurposed an F-16 bomb that was dropped and didn't explode. And Soraya al-Quds rewired the bomb and blew up the Israelis, and they left. That fight was a 2-week fight that was fierce enough that we called it a battle. We called it the Battle of 𝐓𝐿, something that we don't hand out lightly, because it's very significant. And it was a battle, the Battle of 𝐓𝐿. The Israelis lost the first Battle of 𝐓𝐿 in November and December. They reinvaded in February and lost the Battle of 𝐓𝐿. And here they are for the past week fighting in 𝐓𝐿, and they pulled out today, surely with nothing accomplished besides more destruction and aimed at civilian targets. Their IDF field reports talk about 100 killed fighters, 20 killed fighters, 50 killed fighters, but it doesn't match anything that we're seeing. And the Israelis don't have the intelligence. They're not going and doing battle damage assessments and going to see if they killed 50 people. They're just throwing out these numbers, and that's how they end up with the fake numbers in the 10,000 fighters killed, which I think is an absurd number. I think you will find it's considerably lower than that, maybe even half that. So in 𝐓𝐿, there was a famous sniper operation that you guys probably saw on social media. It was a 𝐓𝐿. I mean, the 𝐓𝐿 is a copy of an Iranian Syed or a Austrian Steyr 50 cal sniper rifle. We're watching him set his scope here. He's got camouflage gaffer tape to hide the barrel, so the barrel doesn't shine in the sunlight. He's using pillows, blankets, and a pile of rubble here for a direct hit. And we had to cut out, the soldiers being killed, but you can go to my Twitter account, and Tamara will probably throw that up on the banner at some point, and you can go and watch these videos. Tamara has expertly edited out the things that invoke censorship. So we want to keep this on. But that sniper hit the target. And the Israelis didn't say it was in this event, but the Israelis said in 𝐓𝐿 that Brigadier General Bar Sheshet was the most senior officer wounded in this war. He was the Nahal Brigade's chief's forward command team, and he was shot on Friday. And he's an interesting character because he was also in the ICJ, the South African case for the ICJ, because when he was fighting in this area in November, he said, whoever returns here, if they return here, will find scorched earth, no houses, no agriculture, no nothing. They have no future. So he was a genocidal intent guy. And he just gets one right here from 𝐓𝐿 sniper who got him directly. The footage shows the bullet passing through him, an armor-piercing incendiary bullet. There's multiple rounds for the 𝐓𝐿 sniper rifle, for the 50 cal sniper rifle. There's armor-piercing, there's armor-piercing incendiary, and there's regular. And so it looks like what we saw here was an armor-piercing incendiary round used in. And it appears that what happens is it blows through his gun that he's holding there. It blows through the magazine of that gun, but you can see the exit of the bullet very clearly on that shot. So another sniper, another time 𝐓𝐿 is picking the highest commander in any of the group And you can see, let's show it one more time tomorrow. Yeah. You can see the commander in this shot. Watch him talk to the other people. Watch. He's the one talking. Look at them looking back. He's the one talking. He's the commander. 𝐶𝐤𝐿 waits, picks him. He's moving. Snipers picking a moving target is an elite skill. They're now running, and he has cover of another soldier in front of him. And 𝐶𝐤𝐿 still got him. So those are hunter-killer teams working together. The spotter is the hunter, and the sniper is the killer. And then we also have the cameraman embedded in these units. And the cameraman embedded in the units is what gives 𝐶𝐤𝐿 the ability to show us these videos that show that Israel's lying and shows definitively that they're losing the war, which we've been saying all along, because their goals were impossible to achieve, and they will not be achieved. So after this sniper attack, 𝐶𝐤𝐿 put out a mixtape. So it's number 12 tomorrow. And tomorrow I had to do some skillful editing of this one because there's many kills. There's many kills. So the text says, sharp eye, calm breath, single shot, confirmed kill. That's the recipe of a sniper. And we remember these ones. If people have been following this show for the whole war, we've shown you every single one of these, literally. We've broken every single one of these operations down, sometimes at length. That mixtape is a lot better on my Twitter than it is on the YouTube with the censorship. And we want to keep it family friendly on the show. But again, you can see the skill of these fighters, multiple different shooters, multiple different barrel types. They're not all technically 𝐓𝐴𝐿. Some of them are 𝐓𝐴𝐿 50 cals. You can tell by some of the markings on them, but we call them all the same thing for simplicity and because that's what the fighters call them. And that's one of the things about being a fighter. You get to name your weapons. As we know, the Americans name all their weapons after indigenous nations and tribes that they fought against. And 𝐶𝐤𝐿 names them all after their leaders. This is named after Adnan al-Ghul. He is the father of the arms industry. He was the man who said, we need to get a weapon in every hand of every fighter, and that your military organization is only as large as armed fighters. So it doesn't matter if you have 70,000 soldiers. If they don't have, all 70,000 don't have a gun, then they're not in your army. You need to have weapons in their hands. So Adnan al-Ghul did that. We've told some stories about Adnan al-Ghul over the course of these 8 months. He famously escaped Gaza in the first Intifada when he was wanted, and swam back into Gaza with a barrel of TNT to basically literally begin the arms industry in Gaza. We have one more from 𝐓𝐡𝐞, this mortar barrage that... oh, no, this is a sniper. We'll skip the mortar barrage. This is a Soraya al-Quds operation, Soraya al-Quds sniper operation. They're going to use the same rifle you're going to see here. So that is a engineering team, an Israeli engineering team on the border, fixing the fence, probably fixing the breaches that 𝐶𝐤𝐿 and Soraya al-Quds blew through the wall on October 7th. The 60 places that they breached the wall, they're constantly patching those back up throughout the course of the war. And you watch here how long the fighter, Soraya always gives us the longer cut. So you can see how long he calms his breath before firing to be in the most relaxed position. You can see, again, his rifle on a pillow, on rubble. These fighters are making do with what they have, and they're doing it very effectively. And it's created a situation for the Israelis where anywhere they are in Gaza, they're within reach, because Gaza is small enough that you can reach the soldiers when they're in these buffer zones. They're within reach if you have intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance such that you can pick their positions. And then you can move through tunnels, move through rubble, move through alleyways, move through protected areas that are your own neighborhood, you can get yourself into position, which is the most dangerous part of being a sniper, is to get into the location. And the second most dangerous is to exit the location after you fire. So you fire and you need to get out of there in case the radar has tracked your firing position. And I think we're seeing a medical evacuation here in Zaytoun. So Israel wrapped up the battle in Zaytoun today. They've left. Battle of Zaytoun number 3 ended today. They left today. And so that's Gaza City.
Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit like, leave a comment. These engagements help us with the YouTube algorithm, and it helps us to get around Silicon Valley censorship as much as possible. It does make a difference. You can also support our journalism by going to electronicintifada.net and clicking on donate now. Thank you.